Hey guys, how's everyone doing today? Now the Fall Guys trophy list went live on PSN profiles yesterday. The game actually came out, I guess, like midnight last night for us, so today for everyone else. So it's been live now for a wee while on the PlayStation Store for people to go and play it. I didn't want to make a video about this straight away until I'd played a little bit of the game, got a bit more of an understanding for the game, because there seems to be a few people complaining about some stuff in this game, and I wanted to see if it was justified or not before I made a video kind of with my thoughts and opinions. But in this video here, we're going to take a full look at the trophy list. This isn't a guide or anything, it's just a look at the trophy list and my opinion on some of the trophies, and hopefully I'll have a guide and roadmap for this game, maybe by the end of the week, maybe next week, depending on how hard the platinum actually ends up being. But let's dive in and take a look at the Fall Guys trophy list now. Alrighty guys, so today we're taking a look at the Fall Guys trophy list. As you can see here, I've got PSN profiles up now. Now, no one has the platinum as of yet. So the game's only been live for a couple of hours. There are a couple of trophies in here which I think are going to be prohibitive of people getting the platinum immediately, because they're to do with seasons, which you'll understand as we talk about the game a little bit more. But I thought what we'd do today is go through this trophy list in full, kind of just look at what we think of all the trophies, their opinions, things like that. There have been some people complaining about one specific trophy which admittedly is difficult, and I imagine it's going to be a make or break trophy for a lot of people with this game. So actually, let's talk about that now. And then we'll go through the rest of the list. So there is because I think a lot of you guys clicking on this video are probably interested in that. So there's a trophy in this game called Infallible, and that's for winning 5 episodes in a row. The way Fall Guys works is it's this essentially obstacle course type game. They pitch it as like a game show, essentially. So you're playing as this character, and you have to make your way through this series of obstacles. You start off with, I think, is it 40 or 60 people? I think it's 60 people. And then every time you finish a round, essentially, it narrows it down. It eliminates people, and then you'll progress to the next round if you're in the top category, I suppose. If you finish in the top 20 or in the top 10 or whatever it may be as you progress. Each of those rounds culminates in an episode. The final episode is you trying to get a crown. If you are successful and you grab the crown first, you win the episode, and then you've won that round. Now this trophy in particular is for winning 5 episodes in a go. That means you have to finish 5, well, I don't even know how many rounds that is. That's like 1, 2, 3, maybe it's like 6 rounds per episode or 5 rounds per episode, and then you have to do that 5 times essentially. It is hard. It's a hard trophy to earn, and I don't doubt that. I think there's definitely a few things to it. There's a bit of skill to it, learning how the game works, understanding the minigames, being good at the minigames. That is one element to it. There is definitely an element of luck to it as well. I think getting put on a good team is one thing. There's a lot of team-based games in this game, and those could potentially just be a killer for you if you're trying to go for this trophy. And also just getting luck in terms of how some of the RNG with the game works. You know, whether it's when you're running towards the doors, making sure that you are lucky enough to hit all the doors that are real and not fake. So there's a number of things with this trophy that I can understand why they're frustrating for people. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that there's anything wrong with that. You know, having a difficult trophy in a game isn't a bad thing. I understand the frustration that people have because they think they should be able to earn it. However, you do have every opportunity to earn this trophy. It is there and it is available for you to earn. It's just a super challenging trophy. And I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with that. You know, we all know that not all platinum trophies, or not all trophies, are equal at this point. You know, you play a couple of 100 hours of The Witcher to get a platinum there, or you could play 10 minutes of a Radalika game and get a platinum there. You know, those 2 platinum trophies, they still count as a 1 platinum towards your total, and your total trophy count still goes up by 1. But the reality is, you know, if you look at these 2 trophies together, we all kind of know that they're not equal, they're not the same. You know, the experience you have with this game and this game are very different. And again, that's not to say there's anything particularly wrong with an easy trophy or a hard trophy. I think they both have a place, and I think people are entitled to play whatever they want to play and enjoy whatever they want. And I personally fit into both camps. Sometimes I love going for a hard plat, sometimes I love going for an easy plat. So, you know, I kind of see it from both sides. In terms of this one, the RNG element, like the randomness of it, is a little bit frustrating. When I played this game this morning, I played for a couple of hours, and I kept losing because of the team-based games, so I can understand the frustration that people are having there with that. So, you know, I do kind of get it a little bit, but on the same vein, you know, the developers are entitled to put whatever kind of difficulty or whatever trophies they want in a game. You're not necessarily entitled to just be given it. Like you don't deserve to just have it given to you because it's too hard or it's too random or whatever it may be. And you're entitled to your own opinion on that as well. I think the devs are entitled to do whatever they want. And as far as I'm concerned, I think it's probably okay. I don't see a massive issue with it. Obviously, people don't like it. Like, the reality is I'll probably never get this platinum trophy, but that's also fine because there's like another 3,000 platinum trophies that I could potentially be earning. So, you know, maybe it's just that not every plat is for every person. I don't know. I'm not trying to be controversial about it. I just want to sort of lay down my 2 cents as a trophy hunter and where I sit. You know, I've got a couple of 100 platinums. Some of those easy, some of those are hard. You know, whatever it may be. Power to you if you are going for this, because I do think it is challenging. However, on saying that as well, if you look on PSN profiles here, you can see that 0.9% of people have already earned it. So let's click on that and see how many people that is. That's 5 achievers so far, and it's only day 1. So the reality behind it is maybe it's not actually that hard. You know, maybe it's a lot easier than what people assumed it is. I don't know. It's just... It's a really interesting situation. I might actually cut that bit of the video out and upload that as a separate video so people can see it if they just want to hear about the Infallible trophy. Otherwise, the rest of this is going to be looking at the rest of the trophies in this game. So let's go through them all now. We've got 35 trophies in total. I'm just going to go through it as ordered on PSN profiles, not like any special ordering. When I do a guide, I'll pull it out separately. Most of the stuff in here is like pretty harmless though, I would say. You've got unlock 50 cosmetic items from the store. You do that by collecting different points based on how many wins you get and how far you progress through a season. So that's all doable. Obviously, you could just pay to do it as well. Unlock 10 items from the store, so just sort of those 2 cumulative based ones. Equip your first cosmetic. It's like a lot of people have that obviously because they give you a bunch of them to start with. Equip an uncommon or better cosmetic, a rare cosmetic or a legendary cosmetic. So they all have rankings based on how difficult they are to earn essentially. The different cosmetic outfits. Equip your first legendary customization item, same sort of thing as the previous ones. I won't go into too much detail there. You got reach level 10 during a season, 25 and 40 during a season. So similar to how the seasons work in a game like Fortnite, I suppose, you level up as you go and you get awards as you level up through the season. At the end of the season, my assumption is that will reset. You'll go into season 2 and then you'll have another level up or ranking system to get rewards. So that's pretty much that there. It means that you'll have to play for a bunch of time during a season to get that trophy. You can't just play for a bit, leave for a few months and come back because it will have reset. It's not that abnormal. Qualify from a round without falling over even once. Flawless victory. That's kind of funny because the entire premise of the game is that your character falls over tons, so it's a funny little trophy. Get first place in a round, get first place in a racing round 5 times. Another couple of cumulative based ones. Get first place in a racing round 20 times. Those ones there, the racing rounds, I think are the first rounds normally. They're the ones you have to race to the finish line. Normally they have the most people on them, but because you've got like a good mix of good players and bad players, you've probably got a better chance of getting that. Obviously these are going to be easier like right now when not as many people are playing and no one's really great at the game. As more people get good at the game, these are going to get harder. You've got the Infallible trophy, which we've already talked about a little bit. You've got Victory, which is for winning your first episode. That's for having one single win. You've got win 7 episodes and win 20 episodes. Yeah, that is a lot of wins, and that is hard. But the game isn't designed to be platted in a day. Like they want you to take your time with it, and it's an online game. It's a persistent online game. They want you to be playing for a while, so I think that's okay. Qualify from your first round. I think that's just finishing your first match. Qualify from 100 rounds, 500 rounds. I mean, that's a ton of playing. I don't know how many 500 rounds would be, but you've obviously got to play a lot to get to that point. Win an episode with a custom punchline equipped. I think that's like your emote that you do when you finish a round. I'm pretty sure that's what that one is. Win an episode as part of a 3 or more party. Win an episode as part of a party of 3 or more players. So this one here would be for playing and winning an episode while you're in a party, essentially. You can invite a group of players to play with you. That's what that one's for. It's not complicated again. Like I said, we've gone through most of the list. These are all bronze from here on out, so they're not too crazy. Qualify after a round goes to overtime. Qualify from racing round despite falling over more than 10 times, which is kind of funny. Qualify from a team game with a score of 1. I'm not really sure what that means. Perform an emote just before coming first in a round race. That's quite funny because I guess you got to stop at the finish line, perform an emote, and then cross the finish line and still come first. Share a hug with a Fall Guy. I think you just go up to people and press circle to grab them. Clock up 1 hour of time. Failing. Bump into another Fall Guy 1,000 times. Fall for at least 3 seconds before landing on your head. Knock someone over. These are all just random misc type stuff. Bump into 3 people while rolling on the ground before getting up and reach terminal velocity. Like, all of these will just happen through normal playtime. Obviously, the clock up falling hours one will take a little bit of time. I'm wrong about this actually, because when I was going through this, I assumed there was some stuff that you couldn't unlock during the first season. I think what I was reading these incorrectly, and I think I assumed you had to participate in multiple seasons. But it looks like you just have to get enough fame during a single season. So you could potentially earn all of these now during this one season, providing there's enough cosmetic items. I don't know if there even is 50 cosmetic items that you can earn yet. That might require a second season. But otherwise, I think everything here could potentially be earned this season as well. Interesting, hey? Well, that's the full trophy list, sort of broken down a little bit. What I'm going to do is spend a couple more days playing the game. Like I said, I probably won't platinum this one, but I'll play it for a few more days, and then I should have a pretty good idea of what's involved to platinum it, and I'll have a platinum guide and walkthrough, hopefully by the end of the week for this one. I'll talk to a couple of friends who are playing this as well, other trophy hunters, who might have some additional insights for me too, and they might be able to help me pull something together. But so far the game is a lot of fun. If you're not planning on going for the platinum, and you've been given this for free from PlayStation Plus, maybe play it on a separate account. That's what a lot of people do. If you're not wanting to like get a game on your account that you don't plan on platinuming. Yeah, I personally had a really good time with it. I do highly recommend the game, even though people are criticizing it for that trophy. Yeah, it's a good game. The trophy list is probably a hard trophy list. I think if I was to compare this and Cuphead, I would say that Cuphead is more fair. The trophy list is hard, but fair. Whereas I think this trophy list is hard and a little bit more unfair because there's a lot of stuff that's just out of your control, which makes the thing a little bit more challenging. But those are my thoughts on the Fall Guys trophy list. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm curious to see what you think of this game. And yeah, that's the Fall Guys. Are you guys playing this at the moment? Let me know. Maybe if you are, if you aren't, be curious to hear that as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. I do really appreciate you watching all my videos, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.